Of our local, regional and our international viewers and our listeners, all those of you on Synergy TV, on the Caribbean Showtime Television in Canada, the new U975 FM Multicultural Radio, thank you so much for choosing us. A very warm welcome to another edition of the program Conversations with Zelisa, where we continue to inform, educate, empower and answer those unanswered questions. Directing this morning and in Master Control, Akua George. On behalf of our team, I'd like to wish each and every one of you a terrific day today. It's Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. Tuesday, the 4th of April, 2023. It is a day and time we'll never have the opportunity to have again in life. So don't procrastinate, don't waste your time. Do something productive and constructive with your day and your time, all right? If you're celebrating a birthday, happy birthday. If it's your anniversary, happy anniversary to you and yours. Let's quickly go to our quote for today, coming to us with the kind compliments of Fab India Expo, and it says, "The best view comes after the hardest climb." This is so true. In terms of accomplishing things, we find that when we work the hardest, we appreciate and see things in a better light. The best view comes after the hardest climb. That came to us with the kind compliments of Fab India Expo. And remember to check them out. They've opened up. Check them out for their daily deals, all right? Our program today is coming to us with the kind compliments of Eden Heights Clinic. They are located 13 Montague Avenue in Trin-City. Telephone contact numbers, please write it down, store it on your phone. 640-8985-493-9196. I also want to remind you to pick up your Baby Steps goat milk at leading supermarkets and pharmacies throughout Trinidad and Tobago. And for wholesale inquiries, please call Eden Heights Clinic. They are the importers and distributors coming all the way from New Zealand. And we know about the products from New Zealand. They are ultimate and the best. So remember to check out Eden Heights Clinic for wholesale inquiries of your Baby Steps goat milk. Let's say good morning and a very warm welcome to Dr. Carlos Navarro and Dr. Brian Thompson of Eden Heights Clinic. And today they're going to be talking to us about a topic that's very relevant, that's very real, that's very important, and that is preventing stroke and heart disease. Doc, good morning.
Yeah, good morning. How you hearing me? Are you
hearing you loud and clear and very clear. Great.
Right. Okay. Well, Dr. Thompson, unfortunately, will join us for the other half an hour because he's pretty busy outside.
Sure, understand.
So I will be, yeah. So, unfortunately, you have me. I'm going to tell you.
Well, I have had many years of having conversations with you, and I know that you're quite competent. You're no fly-by-night, and it's always a distinguished pleasure and esteem. You know, we're very blessed to have you to share your wealth of knowledge with us.
So, yeah. So the topic, of course, preventing heart attacks and stroke, which is a very crucial. Today, well, of course, it's one of the top communicable, non-communicable diseases, which means that most of us, basically put ourselves in that situation. Of course, we start off again when people come into the clinic, we put them on a particular diet, especially if they're hypertensive or they're diabetic. Mm-hmm. Now, diabetics and hypertensive are more prone to strokes and heart attacks. Of course, you have the odd case of people who could be under tremendous stress. I've seen that before. And through tremendous stress, people can suffer heart attack. Now, I want to say something because this is something a little controversial, but I've been watching, the lot of studies over, I would say over 10, 15 years I've been looking at the studies. And a lot of people blame cholesterol, all right, for strokes and heart attacks. But what I learned was very surprising to me, that most people that suffer strokes and heart attacks, their cholesterol is way below 200, which for me does not make sense.
Okay.
All right? So we have to try and understand, well, if it's not cholesterol, because of course, a lot of people are on statin drugs to lower cholesterol, right? Which I don't, well, we're not going to get into that today. But basically, most of the people, and this is the majority, cholesterols are below, well, as I said, 200, even sometimes below 150. So you ask a question, if this is the case, you're having your cholesterol low, why am I still suffering a stroke or heart attack? And again, it comes back to certain foods that people eat that cause damage and clumping. So let's talk about one of the main foods that increases blood sugar, even in a normal person. Let's talk about flour, bread, roti, doubles, bake, okay, cake, pasta. If you notice, these are all foods made with flour.
Right.
And there are more. I could go on, and there are more foods. And this is typical. So what I want to say is in 1964, right, when you look at the population and you look at the stats of those that were diabetic or heart conditions, only 5% of the population had these conditions. Today, in 2023, our figures could cross over 25% easy.
Wow.
25%, yes. Now, listen to this. In 1969,
yeah,
I can't remember the name of the scientist, changed the formula or changed the wheat that they were growing from a normal wheat to genetically modified wheat.
right.
So since 1969 to now, we have a completely different flour that we're eating. It's not healthy. It causes issues with the digestive system and the immune system and the gut flora, and all sorts of complications occur because of this flour. A lot of people have poor absorption. They're not breaking down the food properly. They have a lot of gas. I would say bloating, all these things as a result of this new flour that, well, not new because it's since 1969.
Right.
So it's not new. So now, this
Well,
is
that's
the flour
about
we're
54 years ago, eh? We're talking about 54
right,
years.
so it's not new. So listen to this. In that flour, in the flour itself, there's something called ampliopectin.
Right.
There are 3 types of ampliopectin. Ampliopectin A, B, and C.
Right.
Now, A is a very, very high content in terms of from carbs to sugar. It's the highest. Banana, they find ampliopectin B, and in legumes, you have ampliopectin C. But what happens when you have ampliopectin A and it enters the system? This is what happens. It sends the blood sugar skyrocketing very high, and then it drops it very suddenly.
Okay.
Right? And then the pancreas, all right, will tell the brain, of course, when it go up high, the brain will tell the pancreas, I need to bring down that blood sugar, so I release insulin. Sends insulin, and then the blood sugar suddenly drops very rapidly, and then you have the pancreas now saying, oh gosh, there's very little sugar, so we need to, and of course when it drops suddenly, it can be dangerous too. So it goes down very quickly. So the pancreas then uses something called glycagon to send it back up. So what you have going on a daily basis when we eat flour is this kind of thing: up, down, up, down, up, down. And eventually, what happens is that the cells just lock off, the body cells no more, and then you have complete diabetes going on here. And even for those who are not diabetic, that up and down on the body does some damage to the body as well.
Okay.
Right? And of course, what happens also is because it's a carbohydrate and it's converted into high amount of sugar. Okay, it causes damage to the arterial vessels. It causes problems with the blood flow.
Right.
Right? So it causes a lot of damage in terms of cardiovascular. And people don't equate that with bread. You don't really equate flour with heart disease and circulation.
Correct.
But because of the genetically modified properties in the flour that we eat it today, in the pasta, in the roti, in the bake, or whatever, the cake, all those things, it creates serious conditions in the body that can lead to a heart attack and stroke. Now, look at what most East Indians eat. Flour, roti.
Roti, doubles, aloo pie, sahinas, all, you know, when you think of it, even all the different types of roti that you make, whether
Correct.
it's the dosi, the paratha, the sada, dal puri, you know, you're correct. We use it in our cakes.
So,
when you think of it, almost everything, every day, you have some sort of flour, bread. Now, I want to say this to you. I started using an atta flour with a 5 grain. Has 5 grains. It's not white. It's a wheat flour that actually comes from India. So I've stopped all white flours. I mean, that's because of you teaching me over the years not to have white flour and bread and things like that. And I mean, it's made a difference.
Yes, it would make a difference. And this is the thing about it. You know, why do we have so many people with heart attacks, heart problems, stroke problems? And surprising enough, when I did the research, bread came up on the list, and I was saying, but look at Trinidadians today, all of us, we are bread lovers.
We love bread,
and
yeah.
we have to understand. We have to understand what the wheat does to our body, right? Now that is one point, okay? Now, not only does it disrupt the circulation, but what it does, listen to this, what it does to the immune system, because your white blood cells are controlled by the amount of flora in the gut, your immune system basically. So if bacteria as well gets into the bloodstream, right, due to the genetically modified portions of the plant from the flower, right, it is going to shut down the immune system. And you're saying, right, so what does that have to do with circulation? Well, when you shut down the immune system, basically bacteria or viral or fungal forms can invade the body, but especially bacteria can affect the lining of the artery. It can cause inflammation of the artery and can cause swelling where the artery narrows, and we end up with either heart attack or stroke.
Now, you said something there that we always hear about, and I don't think people really understand what it is and the damage that it causes, and that is inflammation. Exactly what it is and how severe it is with regards to damaging our bodies and our organs.
Well, we have the internals of our arteries are called endothelial lining. That produces a very important gas called nitric oxide, which is absolutely essential for clean circulation throughout the system. Now, inflammation or arterial damage, the body will form. You'll see the plaque, especially when we do the live blood analysis. You pick up the plaque in the blood, and the plaque then coats the wall of the arteries and begins to narrow the arteries. But with inflammation now, when the endothelial lining is is infected
Yeah.
with a bacteria, right? What happens? It tends to swell and then it narrows. So here you have, first to begin with,
Yeah.
what does excessive sugar do to the red blood cells? It clumps the red blood cells. Now
Right.
you're saying this is a carbohydrate,
Yeah.
but the point is a carbohydrate that has a high amount of sugar,
Yeah.
and when high amounts of sugar get into the bloodstream,
Yeah.
it clumps the red blood cells. It causes
Okay.
them to become sticky and
Yeah.
they stick together. And then picture now with the bacterial infection, it then swells and narrows, and there you have a clump coming, and then you have a clot, and then that leads to either a stroke,
Wow.
if it's going to the brain, and if
Doc-
it's going to the heart, it will lead to a heart attack.
Okay.
And
We're
this
gonna.
is the problem.
Okay, we're going to go to our first break, and of course reminding all of our listeners, all of our viewers, our program today coming to us with the kind compliments of Eden Heights Clinic. Now they are located at 13 Montague Avenue in Trin City. Their telephone contact numbers are 640-8985 493-9196. And remember to pick up your baby steps goat milk at leading supermarkets and pharmacies throughout Trinidad and Tobago. Now you heard Dr. Navarro talk about something that's extremely important, and that is getting that live blood analysis, insight into really what's happening in your body with that live blood analysis. So I believe every citizen should have a live blood analysis, young and old, to know what's happening, get to the root of your health problem and have it solved. Let's go to these important messages. When we return, we continue our conversation with Dr. Carlos Navarro of Eden Heights Clinic, and today he's talking to us about preventing stroke and heart disease. Let's go to these messages.
Eden Heights Clinic. Live blood analysis with instant results. Colon hydrotherapy, ozone therapy, prolozone therapy, complete detox, weight loss, oxygen baths, diet and nutritional programs, supplements and health foods, treatment for all lifestyle diseases, cancer, diabetes, heart disease, men and women issues and much more at Eden Heights Clinic, 13 Montague Avenue, Trin City, 763-5292, 640-8985.
Everything used to irritate me. Politics, the lack of manners these days, remembering passwords, honestly. Even my milk drink, that used to really irritate me. Well, my tummy at least. Not now though. I've gone goat. It's mild on my insides, much better. Still thoroughly irritated by politics though, and global warming. Why don't more people bike like me? I don't drive. I don't even have a license.
Baby steps toddler. Go gentle. Go goat.
Baby Steps Goat Milk, available at Eden Heights Clinic, leading pharmacies and supermarkets throughout Trinidad and Tobago. For wholesale inquiries, contact 640-8985 493-9196.
Fab India Expo at the White Tent opposite Medford Gas Station, Shogunas, starting from Saturday, March 18. Get high fashion ethnic garments, regular temple wear, or even outfits to attend a wedding, Indian or Western footwear, bridal or fashion jewelry, furniture, home decor, puja items, musical instruments, curtains, home furnishings including table runners, rugs, carpets and so much more. Unlimited variety at Fab India Expo opposite Medford Gas Station, Shogunas from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m.
The Mid-Center Mall Mid-Year Flea Market, the 6th to the 30th of May, catering for Mother's Day and Indian arrival. Booths start at 4,000. Contact 340-6565 or 299-5862. Book your booths now.
Super quality supermarket. Best quality and great prices. Get your fresh fruits, vegetables and meats. It's a one-stop shop for the most affordable groceries, baby items, kitchen supplies, bathroom accessories, car care supplies, pet food, toys and lots more, all at Super Quality Supermarket. Wide aisles, fully air-conditioned and secured parking. 3 locations nationwide: Couva Car Park, Couva, 98 Endeavour Road, Shogunas, and 47 Tissue Drive, Trincity. Super Quality Supermarket.
Welcome to OATS, Optimal Alternative Treatment Solutions Limited, the future of healthcare, which provides full body scans, which we detect and treat cancer, tumors, all heart conditions, cysts, fibroids, dementia, Parkinson's, just to name a few. No radiation and medication is not needed. If you are tired of getting no results, call us at 354-4459 or 356-7226.
Welcome back to the program Conversations with Zelisa. In conversation today with Dr. Carlos Navarro, talking to us about preventing stroke and heart disease. And our program is coming to us with the kind compliments, the kind folks at Eden Heights Clinic. They are located 13 Montague Avenue in Trincity. Telephone contact numbers are, write it down, store it, 640-8985. That's 640-8985, 493-9196, 493-9196. I also want to remind you to pick up your Baby Steps goat milk. Now, Eden Heights Clinic, they are the importers and distributors, importing from New Zealand. So you can check them out for wholesale inquiries, all right? And pick up your Baby Steps goat milk at leading supermarkets and pharmacies throughout Trinidad and Tobago. And it should be the preferred choice, all right? Dr. Navarro, welcome back. Doc?
Yes.
Welcome back, Doc.
All right. Right. So one of the things that we as I said, that we need basically to reduce or remove all entirely is flour, right? That's one. Okay. Number 2, dairy. All right. All its milk, cheese, butter, chocolates, desserts, all those things that contain milk, we need to abstain from that. Reason being, what happens to the body when we consume milk? Now remember, milk is made for a calf born at 75 pounds that's going to grow to 900 pounds.
Right.
So the fat content of milk is 3 times more than we need. So like I say, I'll give you an example. We have goat milk. We sell the goat milk. We sell the baby formula stage, step 1, 2, and 3.
3, right?
Right?
Yeah.
The goat is a small animal, so molecularly structured. It does not contain the amount of fat that causes damage to the arteries. That's one.
Oh.
It doesn't clump. It doesn't cause too much fat to enter the bloodstream. It's an alkaline. It is not mucus forming. Immune system. It contains a lot of magnesium, which is excellent for the cardiovascular system. And that's why we promote goat milk over cow's milk, because cow's milk is an acidic, disease-forming food.
Right.
Right? So, and I'm talking about because of how the cows are reared, the antibiotics, the hormones, the steroids that are given to the animal so that they can produce more milk, and of course, meat and all those things.
Right.
But let's have a look at what happens when we consume dairy. Just give you an example.
Yeah.
So for instance, I drink And just say that, okay, you have a milkshake,
Right.
all right? Now, that's full cream milk. Now, people ask me, what is the difference between, sorry, not full cream milk and the other one that
Half
is
cream.
not full?
So you have full cream,
right.
half cream, and you have skim milk as well.
Right, the skim milk.
Right.
What's the difference between skim milk and full cream?
Right. What is it?
1 or 2% less fat,
Okay.
which is nothing.
Not much of a
It's
difference.
nothing.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
And this is where people get fooled, thinking that I'm drinking skim milk,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And it's healthier than full cream, which is not the
Okay.
case, right? So
But
let's
what
let's
about, but
presume-
Doc, what about over the years we are told, or we have been taught to believe that milk is important, especially to give our children because of, for the calcium and things like that. It enriches the body.
that is such a big lie.
Okay.
It is one big lie.
So we've been misled.
The dairy company started to pay people to promote milk. That milk has calcium that's good for your bones and your teeth.
Right.
But eventually, scientific evidence came out showing how dangerous milk actually is for the body. It does to the body,
Okay.
especially people who are diabetic or people who have heart conditions or people who have circulation issues.
Yeah.
Okay, and it causes tremendous amount of digestive problems. Understand? Because of the high bacteria and the all the steroids that are in there, all the hormones, the antibiotics. Remember, they have to give the cows. The cows are kept in a small environment. They don't exercise, and they are milked. They're fed modified, and in the world today, it goes for cow feed.
Right.
You understand? Most of it, I think it's like 85 or 90% of it that is grown is to make feed for cattle
Right.
and milking cows,
Okay.
right? So let's go back to the factor that what happens to me when I drink a glass of milk,
Yeah.
full cream, all right? Now you drink the milk, and when it breaks down,
Yeah.
it gets into the bloodstream, and then it clumps and clots the blood because of the fat content being 3 times more than we need.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah.
The other thing that it does, again, it's one of the foods like the amplopectin from the liver that damages the endothelial lining of the artery. So the body starts producing plaque. And then as you continue to, over the years, consume dairy, you have calcified arteries, the areas where the milk damage the arterial vessels. And then what happens, you start seeing, and this is not just in diabetics or people with hypertensive, okay? These are people who just have poor circulation. They're not hypertensive and they're not diabetic. Their toes start turning color, darkish, and then they're in steps, right? And
Yeah.
then their calves, their shins around their calves start changing color because the milk causes damage to the arterial vessels, and then it starts to cause blockages to the heart.
Yeah.
I was reading an article by a guy whose family were one of the biggest ice cream producers in the United States. His father died from heart attack. His 3 uncles died from heart attack. His grandfather and all those who started the company before,
Yeah.
all of them died from heart attack because
Yeah.
they ate ice cream which contained what? Large quantities of milk
And sugar.
and sugar. So this is another food that if you want to prevent is another
Keep away. Keep away.
to
Oh, Okay, we're going to go to our break, Doc. Just reminding all of our listeners, all of our viewers that our program is coming to us with the kind compliments of Eden Heights Clinic, 13 Montague Avenue in Trinity. Telephone contact numbers are 640-8985 493-9196. Remember to pick up your Baby Steps goat milk. It is the ultimate choice. It should be the preferred choice. And it's available steps 1, 2 and 3 at leading supermarkets and pharmacies throughout Trinidad and Tobago. And for wholesale inquiries, check out Eden Heights Clinic. They are the importers of this great product from New Zealand, and they are the distributors here in Trinidad and Tobago and the Caribbean. So do check them out today for wholesale inquiries. Reminding you, I trust that you're listening and you're absorbing how detrimental flour, milk, sugar is to your diet. Please apply it, and whatever you do, do it in moderation. Let's go to these messages.
Eden Heights Clinic. Live blood analysis with instant results. Colon hydrotherapy, ozone therapy, prolozone therapy, complete detox, weight loss, oxygen baths, diet and nutritional programs, supplements and health foods, treatment for all lifestyle diseases, cancer, diabetes, heart disease, men and women issues and much more at Eden Heights Clinic, 13 Montague Avenue, Trinity, 763-5292, 640-8985.
Everything used to irritate me. Politics, the lack of manners these days, remembering passwords, honestly. Even my milk drink, that used to really irritate me. Well, my tummy at least. Not now though. I've gone goat. It's mild on my insides, much better. Still thoroughly irritated by politics though, and global warming. Why don't more people bike like me? I don't drive. I don't even have a license.
Baby Steps Toddler. Go gentle. Go goat.
Baby Steps goat milk, available at Eden Heights Clinic, leading pharmacies and supermarkets throughout Trinidad and Tobago. For wholesale inquiries, contact 640-8985 493-9196. Visit Agri Savers Limited, number 19 Orange Grove Trace, St. Augustine, for all your agriculture, livestock, pet, agri-equipment, hydroponics, cannabis, fishing tackle supplies and much more. Open Monday to Friday 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Saturdays 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. Contact 473-6074, 663-1094. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram.
The Socially Displaced Restoration Center, SDRC, is a non-profit company that serves the socially displaced persons who live on the streets of Couva. Our mission is to establish an overnight shelter with rehab services to house them. Pending this establishment, we have been doing weekly food distributions every Friday evening for the past 2 years and continuing. We, the SDRC, also host a care day every 2 months, partnering with the Couva Tabaki Talparo Regional Corporation to use the Ancient Alley Promenade in Couva, with the support of the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service Central Division for our safety, where we erect a temporary shower to provide the homeless who live on the streets of Couva with the opportunity to have a shower, receive clean clothing, obtain medical attention with our volunteer doctors and nurses, and where they can have their grooming and barbering needs addressed. We are a company supported by the community and based on volunteerism. Every donation to this humanitarian endeavor is appreciated. Please contact us to sponsor a meal or make a donation. Let us pause to remember to give the gift of love and kindness to a community that is often forgotten.
Welcome back to Conversations with Zelisa. This morning I'm in conversation with Dr. Carlos Navarro of Eden Heights Clinic, and today he's talking to us about something that's extremely important to each and every one of us, and that is how to prevent stroke and heart disease. Our program coming to us with the kind compliments of Eden Heights Clinic. They are located at 13 Montague Avenue in Trinity. Their telephone contact numbers are 640-8985 493-9196. Those numbers again, 640-8985 493-9196. If you're driving and you can't get the number, you're always free to message me at 3847142, and I'll be happy to forward the numbers to you, all right? And let's say welcome back to Dr. Carlos Navarro talking to us about preventing stroke and heart disease. Doc, welcome back.
Yes, and of course, the second food that we're dealing with is dairy. And of course, we was explaining how dangerous dairy is, what it does to the arterial vessels, circulation, and of course, we're talking about indications of poor circulation, especially in feet. People have a lot of neuropathy. Again, dairy is one of the main causes of damage, arterial damage. You know, we need to stay away from any form of dairy, especially if you have heart condition, heart disease, or strokes. It's a history in your family history. You need to stay away from. So the first one we spoke about was the flour.
Right.
Next one we did dairy, and of course the other one. There's two more to come. The other one I want to deal with is sugar, processed sugar, white sugar, brown sugar. Okay. Now these are refined sugars that do not help the body in any way.
Yeah.
There's zero benefits from using white sugar or brown sugar.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, I keep saying it, rats will not even touch sugar. They wouldn't even eat it.
Yeah.
You understand? I've seen, they would bite the bar, but they will not see them consuming it because there's benefit in it.
That's how smart they are.
Yes, sugar is extremely toxic to the organs. It causes damage to the cardiovascular system. It causes damage to the arterial vessels, and it's something that we need to stay away from. Excuse me. So this is something that it's a food that a lot of people like. We have a lot of sweet tooths.
Yes.
In Trinidad, we like sweet things.
Yeah.
We like juices that are sweet. We like desserts that are sweet. We put brown sugar and we mix stew. That's called caramelizing. All those type of foods, when we cook like that, it creates problems and issues with the circulation, the digestive system as well. Not only that, but sugar is so corrosive. It ages you faster, twice as fast, because you get energy, but the byproduct of the sugar when it breaks down in the system is extremely toxic, and it puts a lot of stress on the liver and the other organs to remove the byproduct of sugar or the toxins that are built up by sugar. Understand? That's why you see, if you like somebody, the sodas that contain like 24 tablespoons of sugar. There are certain cereals that we give our children that contain wheat and sugar.
Okay, so Doc, allow me to ask this question. What about the people who think the alternative is diet soda? Can you address that to those who think, well, okay, I'm not drinking the normal soda, I'll have diet soda. Could you address that?
Yes. There's used something called now, aspartame is made from the bacteria, the waste of the bacteria, and they use it to make sugar called aspartame, and that is usually used in your diet soda, which causes a whole host, besides cancer, and all sorts of seizures and issues. Very, very dangerous. It's worse than the normal sugar. Okay? So you're not doing yourself any favor by thinking that, well, I'm using something that is safe. It's not safe. Those sugars that they're using in diet soda are extremely dangerous, especially the aspartame. And it comes under different names. So you might not see it under aspartame, but usually there are other names that they hide it under so that you don't realize that you're drinking something very toxic.
Oh.
Right? So those things don't touch them. Don't touch them. They're very harsh on the body.
Right.
They're very dangerous to the body, and they cause all sorts of complications and diseases.
So I trust
Right.
our listeners and our viewers are understanding how detrimental, and I'm being very specific by using the word detrimental, these products can be for your health.
Correct. So that sugar is like, let me tell you what sugar is like. It's like taking a raw metal and putting it by the seacoast
Ah.
without any protection. That's what sugar is to the body. It will corrode all your organs. All. You understand?
Yes.
So that's not something that you could use. And then when people mix milk and sugar, that's another bomb
That's
that causes serious issues.
a recipe
always-
for disaster.
It is, and people don't realize it because they make punches.
Yes.
They will use bananas, they will use beetroot, which is excellent for the circulation, but they're using condensed milk, which is milk and sugar. And it tasting good, you know, but it causing so much damage in the body.
Yeah.
It's unreal. You understand? So that is, and that is, you know, men think, well, oh gosh, it's good for the back, but it's not good for the back. Actually, it's killing the back. It's causing a lot more damage than you really want to do.
Okay.
Understand? Because it's lowering the nitric oxide levels, and for men, nitric oxide is extremely important for erectile function.
Okay.
So you see, when you combine milk and sugar, and they have it in all, you know, they're not using the natural sweetener. Like if you want to use a little banana, or you use a little honey, and things like that. But
Okay.
again,
Good substitutes there.
No. Again, for people who have diabetes, sugar is sugar. The body doesn't recognize, well, this sugar is from honey, this sugar is from banana, this sugar is white sugar or brown sugar. It converts into sugar and the body identifies it as sugar. So for diabetics, you still have to be careful. And of course, hypertensive patients as well, people with high blood pressure. Dairy and sugar is terrible for hypertension. It creates more damage, more problems, more issues. Understand? So again, sugar is one of the things that we have to be careful with. Then the last but not least, is in excessive amounts of animal protein. Especially, we want to talk a little bit about deli meats. All these bolognas and sausages and all
So
these
you're talking
deli
now
meats.
about hot dogs, salami, sliced ham, pepperoni. Okay.
Yes, all of them. Those are meats that are extremely dangerous. They're very high in something called nitrates that basically cause a lot of damage to the body. Nitrates, they are cancer causing, right? And people eat them regularly. They include them in their diet, and the levels of sodium in them are extremely high, and that also causes the blood pressure to go up, increase in blood pressure,
Uh-huh.
to your kidneys, right? It causes, when the pressure goes up, it can cause damage to your eyesight, all right? And a whole load of things, whole load of issues because of the sodium and the nitrates, which are very, very, very toxic. Very toxic.
Now, another thing I think Trinidadians eat a lot would be salted meats like saltfish and smoked herring and pigtails or cured meats, salted meats. Can you address that?
Yeah, absolutely. But I mean, you know, you're going to be mashing some toes.
I know, because, you know, a lot of people have that over the Easter holidays. But with that, hold that thought. Let's go to this message. When we return, we continue our conversation with Dr. Carlos Navarro, sharing a wealth of knowledge and information when it comes to preventing stroke and heart disease and so many other diseases. All right? Prevention is better than cure. Let's go to these messages.
Eden Heights Clinic. Live blood analysis with instant results. Colon hydrotherapy, ozone therapy, prolozone therapy, complete detox, weight loss, oxygen baths, diet and nutritional programs, supplements and health foods, treatment for all lifestyle diseases, cancer, diabetes, heart disease, men and women issues and much more at Eden Heights Clinic, 13 Montague Avenue, Trincity, 763-5292, 640-8985.
Everything used to irritate me. Politics, the lack of manners these days, remembering passwords, honestly. Even my milk drink, that used to really irritate me. Well, my tummy at least. Not now though. I've gone goat. It's mild on my insides, much better. Still thoroughly irritated by politics though, and global warming. Why don't more people bike like me? I don't drive. I don't even have a license.
Baby steps toddler. Go gentle. Go goat.
Baby Steps Goat Milk, available at Eden Heights Clinic, leading pharmacies and supermarkets throughout Trinidad and Tobago. For wholesale inquiries, contact 640-8985, 493-9196.
Fabindia Expo at the White Tent opposite Medford gas station, Shogunas, starting from Saturday, March 18th. Get high fashion ethnic garments, regular temple wear, or even outfits to attend a wedding, Indian or Western footwear, bridal or fashion jewelry, furniture, home decor, puja items, musical instruments, curtains, home furnishings including table runners, rugs, carpets and so much more. Unlimited variety at Fabindia Expo opposite Medford gas station, Shogunas, from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m.
The Mid-Center Mall Mid-Year Flea Market, the 6th to the 30th of May, catering for Mother's Day and Indian arrival. Booths start at 4,000. Contact 340-6565 or 299-5862. Book your booths now.
Super Quality Supermarket. Best quality and great prices. Get your fresh fruits, vegetables and meats. It's a one-stop shop for the most affordable groceries, baby items, kitchen supplies, bathroom accessories, car care supplies, pet food, toys and lots more, all at Super Quality Supermarket. Wide aisles, fully air-conditioned and secured parking. 3 locations nationwide: Couva Car Park, Couva, 98 Endeavour Road, Shogunas, and 47 Tissue Drive, Trincity. Super Quality Supermarket.
Welcome to OATS, Optimal Alternative Treatment Solutions Limited, the future of healthcare, which provides full body scans which we detect and treat cancer, tumors, all heart conditions, cysts, fibroids, dementia, Parkinson's, just to name a few. No radiation and medication is not needed. If you are tired of getting no results, call us at 354-4459 or 356-7226.
Welcome back to the program Conversations with Zelisa. I'm in conversation with Dr. Carlos Navarro of Eden Heights Clinic, 13 Montague Avenue in Trinity. Telephone contact numbers 493-9196, 640-8985. Doc, welcome back. Today he's talking to us about preventing stroke and heart disease. Welcome back, Doc.
Yes, and we were talking on this subject of this salted, like salt fish. Again, high sodium foods are not very good for the circulation. Sodium chloride is completely different from Himalayan salt or Celtic sea salt. Okay? Totally different, because there are a lot of other minerals besides sodium chloride. But when you have these products that you're using, they use sodium chloride in it, and it's in large quantities that they mix with the fish, the smoked herring or the saltfish. It's large. I've actually seen the process before. In Canada, I went to a plant and I saw how they use, and they pack the fish with a lot of salt and stuff like that. And then
now you know this Easter weekend, a lot of people will have their salted mackerel as well.
Yes, and then mackerel also is a fish that is very high in heavy metals. It causes neurological issues. But today we're talking about heart attacks and strokes.
Exactly.
And so we need to look at the processed meats, as we talk about those, very dangerous for people, for their circulation, for their arterial vessels, you know. So that's we're talking about meats that are dangerous. Now let's look at for instance red meat. That's another meat that should not be used in large quantities, because it also, of course, contains high quantities of fat. All right? And even though you cook it, the levels of fat, because of how the animals are fed, are quite high. And of course, it gets into the bloodstream. It causes problems with the arterial vessels, with the circulation. It causes clotting. It causes blockages. And this is a meat that if they have to eat it sparingly or none at all. All right. Again, then we look at chicken. A lot of people eat chicken. You have to look at the process, right, of the chicken, how they're processing the chicken. They're getting 4.5 pounds in 4.5 weeks. What the animals are fed. I've been on farms. I'll tell you this. I personally have been on farms and seen autopsies on these birds. I asked a friend of mine who has a chicken farm.
Right.
And every morning when they walk through the pen, there are the birds that die.
Right.
They'll pick up 3 and 4 or 5 birds that die, drop down dead. And once I asked him if he could open the bird and look at the organs and the circulation, and we did that.
Yeah.
And one of the first things when we cut the bird, we realized that the blood was clotting because of the amount of fat that the animal is being fed. The organs were enlarged, very enlarged, right? The oil on the fat on your hand your hand became very greasy.
Oh.
Right? As a result. Now all that is, when you cook it, is going back into your body.
Yes.
Right? So it's not like if it's lean meat. Now I remember one time too visiting, I'm not going to mention the name of the plant, but it was a processing plant, chicken processing plant.
In Trinidad?
And you know what? Yes, in Trinidad.
Okay.
And one of the things that the guy mentioned to me, they do 30,000 chickens in a day.
Right.
They process 30,000 chickens in a day. And he said the main thing that they have problem with is the fat, the amount of fat that remains on the machinery. They have to use steam to take it off, right? So that just tells you what we're putting into our body,
Yeah.
right? Now, fish, on the other hand, is leaner. It doesn't contain the fat content. Some of the fish contain omega oils that are healthy, heart healthy, and stuff like that. Okay? But then frying, taking your fish and frying it in the wrong oils, right, can contribute to heart disease as well. All these vegetable oils, what's the other? Canola, all right? What's the other oil?
Now, Dr. Navarro, oil now is Mr. Oil, right? We know that. So people opt to take, because in terms of affordability, they use the soya oil or they use the cheaper brand oil. Talk to us about the wise choice, penny wise, pound stupid, in terms of using what is the best oil that we should use.
Well, there are two oils that come to mind. One is avocado, which has a high, it can take high heating. And the other one is coconut oil. Well, I use coconut oil, and I've been using coconut oil for more than 10 years.
I know this, yeah. So do I.
Yeah, because it's a good oil. It's healthy. Many years ago, they bad talk coconut oil to the ground so they could bring out soybean oil and other types of oil. Now, even olive oil, okay? You cannot heat it. You should not heat olive oil.
No, you can't.
Again, no, you should not, because it's an oil that cannot take too much heat.
Right.
Now, when you heat oil and you heat it too much with smoking, you're changing the chemistry of the oil, and that can lead to serious fat content going into the arterial vessels, which can lead to stroke and heart attacks.
Right.
So all these fried foods that we eating, all the fry, the oils, all those things, okay? Even though if it's meat, you fry chicken, you fry fish, understand? Everything fried, okay? The bara, you fry it in oil. The pie, potato pie, they fry it in oil.
Yeah.
And these are foods that contribute to strokes and heart attacks. Okay?
You're correct.
So that is something that we need to change. These are the ways that in our diet that we need to change drastically. So we talk about flour, about dairy, we
sugar.
talk about sugar, and animal protein, and of course we touch a little bit on oils. So these are 5 foods. If you remove them entirely,
right,
from your diet, exercise, drink a lot of water, take a lot of sunlight, you are eating heart healthy foods with your fruits and your vegetables. You understand?
Yeah.
So these are 5 foods that I talk about, because cardiovascular problems and heart disease is rampant in this country.
It is. And with children, we're seeing younger and younger people dying, Doc. I am sure you are also seeing younger people visiting you because of health concerns and problems.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And all sorts of conditions with the immune system and all kind of skin conditions and complications as a result of all those snacks they're eating, soft drinks and all these.
Especially, Doc, now that children are on vacation. Children are on vacation. You know, so I want people to be careful, to be cautious, to be wise in their choices when it comes to what they purchase, what they put on the table, what they give their kids. Doc, we've got to wrap things up. I want to thank you kindly. It's been an awesome program today, especially with the content and the information now that we are aware and we can make better choices. I want to thank you kindly, and I want to, make sure that people take your number, they give you a call, They come in, they do that live blood analysis, get on their way into a proper health program for better health. Yeah? All the best to you and your hard-working staff. My regards to Dr. Brian Thompson, and we look forward to joining you all next week again. All the best.
Sorry, couldn't be here today, but we're pretty
I
busy this morning.
understand. Yeah, I had a chat with him, and I know he's consumed today. So God bless you all. Thank you again, and we'll chat really soon. Take care. Enjoy your holidays, Doc. Happy Easter. Take care. Bye-bye. Reminding you that our program came to us with the kind compliments of Eden Heights Clinic. They are located at 13 Montague Avenue in Trinity. Telephone contact 640-8985-493-9196. Remember to pick up your baby steps goat milk at leading supermarkets and pharmacies throughout Trinidad and Tobago. I want to remind you that remember your health is your wealth. Make the wise choice. And here's reminding you that with God, all things are possible. Thank you so much for choosing us. Have yourselves an awesome, blessed, and safe day. I am Zelisa Budusing Rupani.